As part of your PhishTitan setup, you will have been provided details to allow you to log into your MSP admin account. After logging in for the first time, you should change your password and enable two-factor authentication. Select the Add Customer button in the customer's screen. Add your new customer name. And select Next. Enter the number of licenses purchased. And select the appropriate solutions for your customer. Then select the Save Customer button. You should now see your new customer in the All Customers table. Once a customer account has been added to PhishTitan, the account needs to be connected to Microsoft 365. This is done at the customer level of access and can be completed by an MSP admin if they have the required Azure access. Navigate to the customer level and select Add Connection. Select the Add Connection button in the connection screen. And from the pop-up, select your customer's Microsoft account. Review the permission requested. And to continue, select the Accept button. Once connected, the pop-up window closes and you are returned to the connection screen. If your customer is using SpamTitan for outbound email, then you must first create an outbound connector in their Azure account. A non-delivery report, or NDR, is typically sent to an email sender when a message cannot be delivered to let them know that an issue has occurred. Before creating a journal rule, Microsoft 365 requires that you specify an NDR address. Note: you do not need to complete the following steps if you have already specified an NDR address in Microsoft 365. Back in the connection screen for your customer, select More Details in Step 1. And copy your customer's unique NDR email address to your clipboard. Select the URL that appears in the instructions. Select the Replace button and paste the NDR into the Send Undeliverable Journal Reports to field. Then select Save. Your customer's NDR email address has now been added to Microsoft 365. As part of configuration, you need to create a journaling rule in Microsoft 365 to allow email flow through the PhishTitan service. A journaling mailbox is the mailbox that receives messages that match a journal rule's conditions. You have a unique PhishTitan journaling mailbox. Messages matching the rule's conditions will be delivered to the journaling address specified in the rule. A Microsoft 365 or Office 365 mailbox cannot be used as a journaling mailbox. Select More Details in Step 2. And then copy your unique PhishTitan journaling email address to your clipboard. Select the URL that appears in the instructions. And then select New Rule. In the Send Journal Reports to field, paste in your unique PhishTitan journaling email address you copied earlier. Select Everyone. And All Messages. In the Journal Rule Name field, enter a name for this rule. Finally, select Next. And then, Submit. If your customer uses SpamTitan and has link lock enabled, it must be disabled before using PhishTitan. If you're using the Skellig version of SpamTitan, then log in and locate your customer record. Select Filtering. And then Link Lock. Then, disable Link Lock for your customer. If you're using the legacy version of SpamTitan, then log in. Select the Content Filtering tab, and then Link Lock. In the Domains table, select the Edit icon in the Options column for the domain for which you want to disable Link Lock. Select Disable to disable Link Lock, and then select Apply to save changes. And that's it, you're finished. Back in PhishTitan, you can view your customer details in the Overview screen. Here it shows how many active users your customer has. Select to view their protected mailboxes. Select All Customers, and from the Customers screen, select Phishing Simulation. All customers who are not actively part of a phishing campaign can be put on one by selecting the Enroll at Risk button. Or create a new phishing campaign by selecting the Create Campaign button. All customers that are at risk are displayed here. Select the Enroll at Risk button and enter campaign details. It's recommended to keep the default options to email campaign results to customer admins and auto-enroll new customers. Choose all or select specific customers. And finally, select the Create Campaign button. The phishing campaign is now up and running.
For more information on these and other tasks, visit support.titanhq.com.